When I look at the styles, if you have a top-notch Tyson Fury, and you get the best version of Usyk, I think stylistically, I feel that Fury should be able to win. And he should be able to win handedly. It shouldn't be a difficult fight for him. He's just bigger, he's longer. You know, he can use his reach, he can box outside.
Tyson Fury's decision to increase his weight has gained the attention of many boxing experts who believe he should do what he does best and use his unique weapon rather than modify his style to outbox Usyk. Fury is training out in Malta and has posted images of his new physique, where fans have noted he looks considerably bigger than normal. Usyk, on the other hand, also looks in impressive shape and has shown off a more ripped physique, a sign he is taking preparations equally as seriously. The pair's shapes with 2 weeks to go have been compared, and boxing fans believe it helps indicate that Usyk will win the fight. Reports have indicated that Fury will come in heavier than for his maiden clash with Usyk. Gareth A. Davies, TalkSport pundit, has even suggested that Fury expects to weigh in around 19.5 stone, close to his career highest.
Question marks. I think he'll just pip it. I think it's going to be a very, very close fight again. They're both great generals in the ring, but he does have to get ahead in the fight and stay there.
He will need something different, given Usyk looked superior in the opening clash and even threatened to secure a stoppage in the 9th round. And although piling on weight could increase his power, former fighter Spencer Oliver believes it could backfire. If Tyson Fury can rediscover the movement he had during the 2015 time against Vladimir Klitschko, he said on Talkboxing. But there's rumors circulating he could come in a lot heavier for this one.
In the fight and stay there. I think he's got to be more aggressive this time. He sat back last time.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
And I think Usyk was allowed to come forward. He allowed himself to come forward through his brilliant footwork.
Will that be his undoing doing that? Because if he is looking to bully him, I think you are playing into Usyk's hands. Maybe he has to set the traps. He is good at doing that. Use that uppercut he did in the 6th round and draw Usyk in. That's maybe the way to do it as opposed to try and bully him. One fan reacted, "It's obvious. Usyk is going to win the second fight. Fury's in trouble." Another agreed. Usyk will win again. Different levels between them.
Hey guys, Tyson Fury here.
One added, "Hope Tyson can do it and bring them belts back." But I think it wasn't even Usyk's best performance that night, so I think we'll see an even better Usyk and he will win. For Usyk, a former undisputed cruiserweight champion, the idea of stepping up to the land of the giants always represented a formidable hurdle. And yet, while he weighed around 40 pounds less than Tyson Fury back in May, the Ukrainian put on a comprehensive display to become the first undisputed heavyweight champion since Lennox Lewis. As for Fury, his legacy will largely be defined by how he responds to his first professional defeat, with a shot at redemption against Alexander Usyk arriving on December 21st.
Just want to say thank you to God, in the mighty name of Jesus. We put on a good fight for the fans. You know, I always say it's about getting paid and getting laid. And we did that tonight. I thank Alexander for the good fight. It was a close fight, you know.
During their first encounter, Fury was able to have a large degree of success in the middle rounds, particularly in round 5 when, after landing a series of thudding combinations, he appeared to hurt the 37-year-old. But then, Usyk rallied back to unleash a terrific onslaught in the 9th round, when he scored a standing count against his significantly larger opponent. And so, it was at this moment when, in the eyes of Hall of Famer Timothy Bradley, Fury had begun to take his eye off the ball.
I think it's a good fight. I think Tyson Fury might be a little bit too big for Usyk, but Usyk is a very good technical boxer. So is Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury can press forward. He can box off the back foot.
Fury just lost focus for a split second, and that's all it takes for Usyk, Bradley said on ProBox TV. If you give Usyk any type of daylight, if you give him any type of opportunity to gain confidence, he's going to steamroll you. For the potential Fury knockout, I think we might see a bigger, heavier Fury. In the Deontay Wilder rematch, Fury came in very heavy. He weighed on him. He mauled him. And you know, we could see that type of Tyson Fury for the second time. Since returning to boxing after his iconic victory over Vladimir Klitschko, when he weighed a career lightest of 247 pounds, it is fair to say that Fury's weight has fluctuated a significant amount. The 36-year-old weighed in at one of his heaviest for the Wilder rematch back in 2020, before destructively stopping the American in one of his most complete performances.
Very long, 85-inch reach. He can lay on Usyk. I mean, there's a lot that he can do and come forward. I think it'll be an interesting first half, but I think the second half, I definitely think that Fury will figure out how to get to Usyk.
However, when weighing even heavier for the trilogy clash with the Wilder showdown, the Gypsy King ultimately appeared to be somewhat sluggish, unable to utilize his movement to the same extent. So now, one would assume that Fury must be especially careful to perform well on the scales before entering his eagerly awaited rematch with Usyk. Elsewhere, Lennox Lewis has suggested Tyson Fury's key to beating Alexander Usyk may be his weight, after the Gypsy King came up short in his first fight with the Ukrainian.
When we go again, we go again. There's no animosity. I don't hate Usyk. You know, he's a good God-fearing Christian family man. Why would I hate him? And he's made me millions of dollars. I love it.
Usyk beat Fury via split decision in May to become the first undisputed heavyweight champion since Lewis in 2000. And on the 21st of December, the pair will clash in Saudi Arabia again. This time, however, only 3 of the 4 major belts will be on the line. In the first fight, Fury largely fought on the back foot after coming in at his lightest weight in 4 years. In December, the Briton should take a different approach, according to Lewis. I think Fury learned what he needs to do next time because he didn't do enough. Lewis told indie sport columnist Steve Bunce on the BBC 5 Live Boxing podcast.
How do you think Alexander Usyk would have done in your era, the era of Lennox Lewis, Riddick Bowe, Evander Holyfield, Mike Tyson? How do you think he would have done against you and your contemporaries?
I would have to compare him to...
He needs to do a lot more. I like him a bit heavier for his fights and not moving around as much. He has to conquer his own self first. He's been through these things before, so I think he can do it because he knows what to do. He's been at lows before and at highs before. He's down here right now. He knows how to get back up here. He just needs to put in the work. Fury, 36, has a promising record in rematches. The former champion holds 3 wins over Derek Chisora, 2 victories over John McDermott, and improved upon his controversial draw with Deontay Wilder by knocking out the American twice.
Evander Holyfield, and I think he would have done very well. Very well. I don't think he would have lasted against me.
Lewis knows a thing or two about rematches as well. The British Canadian was stopped by Usyk Rahman in 2001, but avenged that loss with a knockout win 7 months later. Earlier in his career, Lewis also bounced back from a TKO by Oliver McCall to stop the American in their rematch. And in 1999, Lewis fought Evander Holyfield to a draw before winning their second clash to become undisputed. Every day I woke up training for this person, ready for this person, thinking about them the whole day. I took it real serious, said Lewis, 59. Wake up every day to their picture, stick it on the wall, and be thinking about them all the time. It's a mental war you're going in against.
Because, I throw a mean uppercut in there, and I noticed he gets caught with uppercuts. So he wouldn't have been able to stand up to my uppercuts.
Now it is down to Tyson Fury to try and reclaim heavyweight gold against Usyk in December, and Lewis knows all about rematches, having avenged his only losses to Usyk Rahman and Oliver McCall. He believes Fury will have learned plenty from having already done 12 rounds with the Ukraine star. For me, it was easy because I knew what I did wrong after the fight. So, for him, he can look at the fight himself and say, maybe I should throw more combos or maybe I should do something else. Because it's not hard. He's got a great trainer too. He just has to go in there and do the work, throw the combinations and do the work in the ring to make sure he's successful.
He does need to make some adjustments. If he didn't make any adjustments, then he would lose the fight again. So he would have to make some adjustments to win the fight. So he definitely has to go in there with a focused attitude and being able to throw a lot more punches.
Fury and Usyk are nearer the end than the start of their careers, and so are the 2 other big earners from the era, Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder. When Lewis was king, the other big names were Evander Holyfield, Mike Tyson, and Riddick Bowe, and there was a supporting cast of Michael Moorer, Tommy Morrison, Razor Ruddock, Ray Mercer, and many others. This era of heavyweights has been a good era. I like the fact that this era brought in boxing, it also brought in entertainment. Lewis grinned. When did you ever see a heavyweight champion sing after his fight? So you're getting a boxing match and also a concert at the same time.
Is that just Tyson being Tyson, kind of saying that, not willing to give too much away, or do you think he genuinely believes that that's kind of what he has to do, the rematch?
No, I don't think he wants to give too much away. And I think we're going to get a different Tyson for this fight.
Lewis was taking a lighthearted look at the times Fury has grabbed a Mike Post fight, but asked what he truly felt of the heavyweight crop, he continued, "That's a hard question for me because I don't want to be down on anybody and make them feel bad, but I think I can say this. I think training for our era was taken very seriously. We put ourselves in camp, we took ourselves out of our environments, and we went away. Most of the heavyweights now do camps in their own towns. Camp for them is like, I'm in camp right now, and they go out to the country or something, but still people can get a hold of them. Still they do a lot of social media and all that type of thing."
You can see, counting down the days until I can get my redemption on Usyk. December the 21st is going to be my time. I've done everything in boxing, but I ain't come back from a loss, and I relish it.
Former world heavyweight champion Tyson Fury left fans convinced that his preparation for the rematch against Ukrainian Alexander Usyk is the best he has had in his career, after showing a very different physique in his sparring sessions. The Gypsy King is looking to get revenge on his Ukrainian opponent after his unbeaten record was broken, after Usyk became unified heavyweight champion last May. Unlike his usual custom, Fury has kept a low profile while working in an intense training camp alongside fitness trainer Sugar Hill Stewart, ahead of his rematch against Usyk on December 21st at the Kingdom Arena in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia.
The 12th and final round.
In the first bout between the two heavyweight titans, Fury was outboxed in the ring by Alexander Usyk, according to the judges' scorecards, to go against the odds, showing incredible athleticism to nullify his opponent's height and reach. But now, Fury looks set to make the most of his size advantage against Usyk next month, as the 36-year-old pugilist appears to have piled on the muscle ahead of the eagerly anticipated bout. The Wythenshawe-born boxer has been recruiting a wide range of sparring partners in preparation for facing Usyk, with South African Kevin Lerena among those hired by Fury's training team, Daily Mail reported on its website. In reaction to Fury's muscular figure, one follower on X posted, "I feel like Usyk has outskilled Fury, so Fury has to use his weight advantage, something he didn't do last time."
Yes. To confirm this is a photograph of the first fight, Alexander Usyk is asking Tyson Fury to sign it.
Yeah, I think he needs to go back to doing what he does best, putting his weight on fighters to tire them out and catch them with his power, another fan pointed out. Fury took a similar approach in his first and stunning victory over former heavyweight champion Deontay Wilder, and used his weight to great effect by pinning the American in the corner and proceeding to unleash a flurry of punches. He could try to do the same against Usyk, but some critics argue that gaining weight could give the Ukrainian an even greater technical advantage. In my opinion, Fury's best performance of his career was against Klitschko. Usyk is not Wilder. Fury's main problem in May was the endurance gap. Showing up heavier would make things even more difficult for him, said another post on X. Fury and Usyk will meet for the second time at the Kingdom Arena in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, with the World Boxing Association, World Boxing Organization, and World Boxing Council heavyweight titles on the line. However, having another thought about Fury's decision is Deontay Wilder's coach, Malik Scott, who has opined that Alexander Usyk excels against larger opponents and argues that Tyson Fury's heft will be inconsequential when he faces the Ukrainian fighter. In their initial bout last May, Usyk clinched a split decision win over Fury, marking his first professional loss and claiming the title of the undisputed division champion, a distinction not achieved since 1999.
With Alexander Usyk and Tyson Fury, with the first fight, like it's very, very hard to see the size difference. And someone asked me, what do you think Tyson Fury should do? Because just the size alone, it puts you in a position to say, well, he should just go.
As the countdown to the monumental clash ticks down, with both boxers deeply immersed in training, it seems Fury is preparing to adjust his strategy for the upcoming brawl. Fury appears set on working towards a knockout victory this time around, deviating from the more cautious approach seen in their first fight. "I'm going to go in there with destroy mode," Fury declared boldly in a chat with Undisputed. "Last time I went to box him, I was being cautious. Anybody can get caught, as we have seen in a lot of these heavyweight fights. But this time, I'm not going for a points decision. I'm going to knock that idiot out. For the first time in years, I'm going in there as a challenger, not a champion. And I believe that I'm better as a challenger, always, because I've got that goal of achieving something, and it's giving me a fire underneath."
Go forward and impose himself. Well, boxing don't go like that. Just because you're big don't mean you should go forward. But to the typical consumer, they feel as though a bigger man should just go forward. Well, if a bigger man is dealing with a trap setter, one of the best trap setters in the history of the sport, like Alexander Usyk.
But way beyond his weight is another issue Tyson Fury must take with all seriousness. The disorganization of Tyson Fury's corner was a huge topic of discussion, as several boxing professionals and fans have aired their views on what they think Tyson should do differently to ensure his cornermen are more organized on fight night. Tyson Fury's uncle and former coach Peter Fury thinks Sugar Hill Stewart should have told John Fury to leave the corner during the Gypsy King's loss to Alexander Usyk. Almost 2 weeks later, the boxing world is still carrying out a post-mortem on the former WBC heavyweight champion's first ever career loss.
3 rounds, the corner was like screaming at him from all angles. What do you make of that?
I'm an avid believer of one man should give the instructions, whether it be who is the trainer there. So
many fans and pundits of the sweet science think Fury had too many people advising him in his corner in Saudi Arabia, as well as long-term coach Sugar Hill and the experienced Andy Lee. Fury's father John could also be heard barking orders at his son. At times, all three were talking over each other, with John, who is known for his loud voice, often being the loudest person in the corner. Peter, who was leading Fury's corner when he overcame Vladimir Klitschko in Dusseldorf to become the unified heavyweight world champion in 2015, believes Sugar Hill should have taken the lead of the corner and told anybody who was speaking while he was to go to the back. "I've already said I can't be bought in boxing and fighting," Peter said in an interview with October Red. "If somebody is in the corner, I'll say, shut your freaking mouth now or go out the back." It's happened before.
Is it if his dad's a trainer, let his dad do the talking. If the other guy's a trainer from America, let him do the talking. But when 3 or 4's talking, how are you going to listen to all that? I don't think he...
"I'm not having anything going on in that corner. You're the bucket man. You wash the gum shield out. You wipe his head down. Do not speak." That's the instruction. If they speak, automatically when they get back to the dressing room, they are sacked on the spot. That's the way it is. You've got to have that discipline. You've got to have a fully professional corner. That's why I've got Kerry Kays. That's why I've got John Pegg. They are proper people, proper fighting people who understand this game. And that's what you've got to have, especially in world title fights. John Fury, Tyson Fury, Sugar Hill Stewart in the Ring Matters were made even worse in the final round when John was heard telling Fury that he was winning the bout on points and urged him not to take too many risks.
You listen to any of it anyway. You can't do, right? You're not going to listen. If you're tired and you're coming in the later stages.
Fury went on to lose via a split decision, with 2 of the judges naming Usyk as the victor with scorecards of 115, 112, and 114, 113, while one judge said Fury won with a score of 114, 113. While Fury and his promoter Frank Warren said they both thought the Gypsy King had done enough to win, few people outside of his camp have gone against the decision. Peter acknowledged that Fury fought a good fight and was up against the best opponent he had ever faced. However, he also believes the advice in the corner in the 12th round was all wrong. He added, "When he fought Klitschko in 2015, we're coming into the 12th round. I said the following. Let me tell you this. We're in a strange country. Klitschko's got all the belts. It's his TV network. I think you're winning it wide."
And you've been hit badly and you've come back from that. You've got all that to deal with. You've got 4 people trying to talk to you. I'm afraid that's not happening. So,
But get out there and try to stop him. That's your call, because we could get robbed on points. He went out there in the 12th round and put it on him. My advice for Usyk would have been, I don't care if you have got one leg and you're dying in the corner. Get in there, you are down and you're losing this fight. Get in there and go out on your back. Put it on him. That's what should have happened in the corner. And that's all for now. For the very best updates on news, moments, events, and actions in the world of boxing, stay connected with us by subscribing to our YouTube channel, and don't forget to turn on notifications to get notified when we drop quality contents like this. Until next time, peace out.